Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Friday, the 5th day of September, 2025, Friday of the 22nd week of the year, the 22nd week in Ordinary Time. We have just finished morning prayer, and as you can see, kindergarten is getting ready to go into the library over there. They are doing days of the week and months of the year in song, so as we do here at the Franciscan School. It's going to be a sunny but a little bit warm day today. I think the little tendrils of summer that still continue to reach out to embrace North Carolina. Probably be in the 90s or something like that today, but we'll see what happens. Our readings for today on this Friday of the 22nd week of the year, Colossians continues, and basically with a praise of Christ that Paul gives to the Colossians, so again they know just who it is that their lives are now attached to, and who is a part of their own lives. Again, the one who is the beginning and the end, the firstborn of creation. All of these things that are said at the Easter Vigil when we light and when we bless the Easter candle about who Christ is. All time belongs to him, all ages, again comes from this Colossians, probably a hymn that was probably sung or taught by Paul to them, so they would be able to know who is this Christ that they worship, and who is this Christ to whom they pray, and things like that. And so this wonderful, beautiful kind of send up of Christ that Paul creates. Now, there's always a question, again, did Paul write it or did the Colossians write it after hearing what it is that Paul was teaching them? So that's kind of an interesting sort of question, to wonder about. But it becomes this great part of even, I believe it's morning prayer. I can't remember, but it becomes a part of morning prayer. One of the days of the week in morning prayer, I cannot remember. I should know this. But this part of that letter to the Colossians is prayed together by communities that pray the Liturgy of the Hours. I think it's in morning prayer, and so it remains a part of us, so that we remember again that who Christ is, that's the head of who it is, the church, those called into relationship with God, those called from nothing into something, from emptiness into fullness, from wandering into having a place that's our own. That this is the kind of God that Christ brings, the kind of Christ that Christ brings to the Colossians, and whom they embrace readily. Again, who Paul continues to praise because of their openness to the faith and to this Christian movement. In the Gospel today, in Luke's Gospel today, people are always trying to nitpick and trying to, catch Jesus on certain kinds of things. And one of the things that they're trying to do today is to get him on the on the fact that he doesn't fast or he doesn't pray the way that the followers of John the Baptist did, or even the scribes and the Pharisees do that. And Jesus is like, well, they were praying and fasting for something to come. And if you remember what I said in the synagogue, it has arrived and it's been fulfilled. Again, these people who refuse to believe, these people who refuse to acknowledge the fact that Jesus is the Christ and that he is the one who has been promised. And so this thing about nitpicking about, well, you don't do this the way these other people did, you don't do this the way these other people did it. But Jesus is saying, when the bridegroom is present, who can fast? When the bridegroom is present, who can be mourning and weeping and sad? That this is not, what we're about. And so he gives the parable of the wineskins. You don't pour old wine into old wineskin. You don't pour new wine into old wineskins, because the old wineskins have finish their use and they'll burst and it'll be bad. You pour new wine into new wineskins so that they can be enjoyed. But then he goes and says some people prefer the old wine, and that's kind of a slap again at these scribes and Pharisees who are trying to trip him up and say that he isn't who he says he is, or there's nothing special about him, or he's doing everything wrong to attack our traditions that we hold so dear. Again, what Jesus is attacking is basically the blandness and the laziness of what faith has become, because human contraptions and human understandings and human ways of dealing with things have become the norm. That cannot be. That cannot be. If the Spirit moves through us and within us, everything is new always. Everything is dynamic. Everything moves us forward to try new things, to discover new things, to be this new people, again, that the gospel brings us. The gospel asks us to become, and the gospel brings us to. If we're not listening to that, then we're going to fail as people of faith, and we're going to fail the world, because we cannot show them anything but that which is old and dead and sad and tired. God brings us what is new through Christ, and Christ brings that newness even into our own lives. A blessed day, St. Francis and people of God. And as kindergarten goes into the library, there they go over there, may the Lord give you his peace.